Okay, so he probably just needs like a minute or two. Um, so yeah, and what's your role in the Fancy Frenchies project?
I work with the development team, and I'm also active in the marketing aspect, but mainly with the development.
Nice. I heard so your project started in August, right? Like how long have you been involved?
From the start, so it was myself and a couple others who kind of came up with the whole concept, and we just ran with it the whole time.
Nice. How does it feel? I mean, it's been just a short amount of time, but you guys have accomplished a lot.
It feels good. I mean, the best part about it, in my opinion, is the community. Like that's the one thing we really didn't expect to be as strong as it is. So
Yeah.
it's great. There's the pressure of obviously we don't want to let our community down, so we're doing everything we can to really take it to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. I
Um,
mean, I guess we could just why don't we just dive into it? I think Fancy Frenchies will, if you
I
oh,
think he's
hey,
in now. Yeah.
Hello.
he's
You guys
arrived.
hear me
Oh, there
finally?
Hey.
you go.
Finally, what's up?
Hey everyone, how's it going? Sorry
um,
about that.
Great. Guys, we did it. We did it. Hey, Fancy Frenchies, I want to make you a co-host. So you should also see that I've like you should be able to accept my co-host
Got it.
invite.
Okay, there we
You
go.
got it? All right. We are on. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining the Fancy Frenchies Ask Me Anything. Um, my name is Theophana. I manage content and marketing for Magic Eden. And we've had a pretty full week of talking to creators and really happy to round out the week with Fancy Frenchies. They have a pretty cool project. And why don't we just start from the get go? What is Fancy Frenchies and what do you guys stand for?
So, here at Fancy Frenchies, we have our charity aspects. So each week we donate 7% of our trade-in volume that goes towards a charitable act involving dogs, not just Frenchies. So, like for example, the Hope for Paws charity, we sent a $25,000 donation there, and we've saved countless dogs. And that's honestly our favorite thing about it.
Nice. And where did the idea come from? I know you were saying some of you guys actually have French bulldogs. Or French sorry, what is it? Frenchies are French bulldogs, right? Or pit sorry, what
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like
It's they're French bulldogs. We just go by the nickname Frenchies.
Yeah.
It sounds
Okay,
better,
right.
but yeah, a few of us do have Frenchies, so it started from that, and them just being kind of a dog that everyone knows. A lot of people love them, and they're a super lovable figure, right? They're easy to make look cute, and we we were able to build something with them, and that's what we love about it.
Yeah. And then what inspired the charity aspect? Or was that always yeah, just like what kind of charities do you guys support? 25,000 is amazing. Congratulations on that.
No, thank you. We couldn't do it without the community, but what we really look when we're searching for a charity is, do they really give back, right? So we want to look into it. Hope for Paws, for example, has a huge social media presence, and they actually post about them succeeding in their charitable uh, endeavors. Whatever they go and do, they post about it, and you can really see them in action. For example, they rescued a dog and they named it after Steve Aoki. That was really cool. But just stuff like that. When we look for a charity, we want to see them engaging with their own community, right? Much like we build ours. So that's what we really look for.
Yeah.
And it's not always necessarily a charity. We had a community member whose dog was in the New York hospital, and they like a couple members from the community had reached out, so we ended up paying the dog's vet bill without them really knowing. We kind of just called the vet or the hospital, and we ended up dealing with that. So that was pretty cool too, because that was directly being able to help someone in our community. And once they found out, everyone was super excited. So that felt really good too.
That's awesome. How many people are in your community right now?
I believe we have 34,000 members.
40,000 members? Holy crap.
34,000, I believe.
Oh, 34,000. Okay. Does that mean like 34,000 Discord members?
Yes, that's how many Discord members.
Wow, that's incredible. Congrats. Um,
Thank you.
and one more question about Frenchies. So, I mean, I understand in my impression, like Frenchies, like French bulldogs are like there's a lot of people who really like them because I feel like these dogs have been dealt a bad hand. Like a lot of them have been trained to be really like vicious or aggressive, but they're actually not. Is that true?
Well, actually, 63 AMG owns a French Bulldog, so he can speak on
Yeah,
that.
I think what you're talking about is more like Pipples. Pipples have that
Oh,
reputation.
yeah.
Frenchies are they're just lazy, kind of. They just chill. That's the best way to describe it, in my opinion. Is they're lazy, they're funny, they have like their own character to them. But I wouldn't say they're aggressive. No, at least none of the ones I've seen.
Yeah, no, I think I am thinking of pit bulls. No, that's awesome. So, okay, you guys have 34,000 members in your Discord. You guys donate to charities. Is it safe to assume that charities that you donate to are related to dogs?
Yes, all of them are.
Okay. Nice, nice. And so tell us a little, can you elaborate a little more on the Steve Aoki story? Because he also like has a Frenchie NFT, right?
Yes. Yep. So Steve Aoki collaboration is a direct connect with him. Uh, we've done work with him on stuff outside of NFTs and crypto, so it was really cool to get him behind something like this, and especially when we have the charity aspect. A lot of them really like to see that, right? And when it's with a Frenchie, they can personify that with their own dogs. So that's what's really cool about it. That's how
Yeah,
that came to be.
Yeah, and
that's
he really
pretty.
liked the project. He did our first donation with us on live stream. So once a lot of people kind of saw it, we also had a couple other like celebrities, like designer and a couple basketball players. They really liked the project, and they just reached out and they said, "Hey, can I get one of these pictures?" Or I really like the project, and they made it their profile picture.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure a lot of NFTs would love to get like some love from celebrities. How did you guys manage that?
Well, like a lot of it was either organic from like a basketball player seeing Steve Aoki, Tory Lanez, all these people posted. They're like, "Hey, I want to get involved in this. How can I participate?" And then a lot of it was direct. We don't really go through too many managers or anything like that, just because that's a whole mess. So it really is a lot more personal over here.
Yeah, nice. And like in your guys' view, what's bonding like the community together, whether it's like an attitude or values, like what does everyone have in common?
Well, I think everyone wants to see more good be done. Everyone wants to see more donations, more change, but everyone also wants to see this project become one of the top projects, right? And we believe we have the power to do it. It's just timing and how are we going to place our utility. So
Hmm.
them having this DAO now and the Frenchie's verified members, they've given us a ton of good ideas, and us being able to communicate with them in that way is a lot easier than going through DMs. So
Hmm.
it's really gave them more of a voice, I think, over the past few weeks.
Nice. What kind of ideas do they have, if you don't mind me asking? Anything you can share?
Yes, we have one member, for example, who's been developing a game. So if anyone here isn't in our Discord, you guys should totally drop in and check it out. His name is Clyde, and I mean he's done an awesome job making this Fancy Frenchie pet game, and it's coming along great. So just simple stuff like that, where he doesn't have to do this, but they're engaging and building their own ideas actively. It's really cool.
Hmm. That's cool. No, it's pretty amazing that you've managed to get your folks to mobilize in that way. Um, okay, I guess we could talk a little bit about the. I'm just going to ask questions for maybe 5 more minutes, and then we'll open up the floor to anybody who has a question for Fancy Frenchies. So you guys have chosen to make Magic Eden your primary marketplace. We did not pay you for this. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the initiative you guys are running now to, you know, yeah, related to that?
Well, yeah, just to touch on that, I mean, after talking to your guys' team at Magic Eden, we were just really impressed with the professionalism and excitement with our project and everything you guys work with on that marketplace. And we'd love to get into the percentage incentive and all of the other incentives we're going to offer in the coming weeks for not only the baby Frenchies drop, but the Fancy Frenchies. So we're super excited for that. I don't know what you guys want to give away yet, but very excited for what's coming with you guys.
Yeah, so I think what we've said is that 50% of trading fees will go directly to the Fancy Frenchie's DAO today from today's through 1 week. And then, yeah, I mean, we're happy to support, we're happy to host as many Frenchies as people would like to list. I have a question for you though. What is this baby Frenchies about? That's an airdrop that's coming, right?
Yes. So we're looking to do a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you own 2 Fancy Frenchies, you would receive 1 baby Frenchie. And then they will also be available to mint between our date right now. We're looking in the range of the 19th to the 21st of November. So that's the range we're looking to launch those in. So those that own 2 Frenchies, you will be receiving a baby Frenchie. And we often get
Nice.
asked, is it going to be the same attributes? No, there's going to be a lot of changes. So you're not going to get like the same exact Fancy Frenchie as a baby.
Oh, okay. What inspired the baby Frenchie idea?
Well, we've wanted to implement some sort of function, whether that be the long-awaited breeding or an alternative. And this honestly, in our opinion, replaces that and goes a step further because it'll be connecting Fancy Frenchies with the babies in a way. So it's not just going to be, oh, I'm going to go mint this baby Frenchie and forget my fancy ones. No, you got to hold those and then connect your wallet. So we're really trying to incentivize holding both up and then building on top of both once this does launch.
Yeah, I guess it would be a very confusing metaphor if you have to like burn the parents in order to get like a baby
Yeah,
Frenchie child.
exactly.
Nice. But like, will you be intentionally like, how does this work? Say if you own a Frenchie or 2 Frenchies with certain attributes, are you intentionally airdropping baby Frenchies based on what you know that wallet holder, like what NFT you know that wallet holder has, or is it kind of randomized based on the folks who have 2 Frenchies?
Oh no, it'll be completely randomized.
Okay, cool, cool. It's very exciting. All right. Any other questions before I open up the floor?
I think we're good. Bring the questions.
I just had a quick question, just confirmation. You mentioned the 50% going towards the
Mhm.
DAO, and then just to confirm, Magic Eden is 2% as opposed to most other exchanges are 3%, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Thanks. Yeah, I guess we should show ourselves. So
Yeah.
yes.
Uh,
I love
yeah.
the
So just
prompt is
put
like,
that out
do
there.
you
Yeah.
want to say? Yeah. So yeah, we 2% fee compared to some others that are 3%. I mean we've basically done different initiatives with trading fees, and we just did this initiative for a week with Tungsten Cube NFT where we actually donated all of the trading fees to a nonprofit based in DC advocating for crypto policy. And, just because like we want to, I think we're pretty flexible in the way that we work with creators and trying to just make things work on both sides. So, yes, it's a 2% trading fee. And then half of that is going to go towards the Fancy Frenchie style, which seems like a lot of people will appreciate because it's
Amazing.
34,000 members strong. So, yeah, super
Amazing.
happy to do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. I see we actually have a couple Frenchies in here. Do you guys want to come up as speakers and just I would love to hear, what keeps you guys in the collection? What incentivized you guys to get your Frenchies? Don't be shy. Like we'd love to hear from you. And if anybody else has questions, feel free to join as well.
Awesome. Let's see.
It seems like everyone is kind of shy. Okay, we got one question. All right, from Jonas. Hey Jonas, how's it going? I think you're on mute. Jonas? I just always think of the Weezer song whenever I see someone with the name of Jonas for the song. My name is Jonas. Jonas. You are still on mute, but that's okay. We can. Anybody else want to speak? Here, let me see if I can. I don't know how. Okay, one second. Jonas. All right, Jonas, you're a speaker again, but you're still on mute. Okay, I guess as we're waiting for him, so How do you guys manage such a global team?
Honestly, I think it makes it easier, just because there's different time zones and we're able to kind of coordinate with different connections. So being able to have people in Canada, the West Coast, East Coast of the States, it's been pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like events coming up that like people could get involved in? I know you guys are in Florida. Have you ever thought about like Art Basel?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with that. Art Basel?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's okay. Never mind.
No, what is it?
Um,
Is it a NFT event?
no, it's just this giant like art traditional art event, and I know like some NFTs are getting involved. It's like in the beginning of December.
Wow, okay.
Um,
I'll have to look
yeah,
into that. That's interesting.
for sure. All right, Frenchies, we'd love to host you in this space. If anybody wants to join and just talk about, what made you buy your Frenchies. I guess as we wait for folks, what are the different attributes that you guys have across your project? Like, and how did you choose those attributes?
So that would be our amazing designer, Shogo. He did a great job coming up with super unique attributes. And we had probably about, what would you say, AMG, 200? We had a crazy amount of attributes on an Excel spreadsheet. And he really narrowed down what he think would work best when we were layering them. So it was really cool seeing them come together. And I think he did a great job with, you've got like the Frenchie smoking a
A
pre
joint?
roll or you smoking a joint, and then you got the cigar or the cyborg hat. They're really unique, and I think he did a great job.
Especially
Yeah,
if you see like the one of like the super rare ones. Like there's one member in here. His picture's the diamond skeleton. So you see those, there's like very different compared to the other ones, and he did an amazing job. Very talented.
nice.
Yep.
That's very cool. NFT, let's see, NFT Addict, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah. I joined them because they actually listen to the team. Like they listen to the community. You can say stuff in chat. They'll be active. They actually listen, and they're funny. They're not just like proper strict. They're just nice people.
No, I love that. That's cool. How do you guys interact with your community? Are there specific events or like talks that you do? Like how do you guys grow to a Discord that's 34,000 strong in such a short amount of time?
I think majority of it was a word of mouth and just the names behind it, of course, but keeping the community engaged. Honestly, back to him talking about our team being great, it's the community. I mean, the way they interact with each other and come together to either they'll go rate a tweet or they'll get super involved in just putting the project out there. I mean, they're the ones that really keep it running. So they do a great job at just engaging themselves. And then when we come in, we all just have a good time.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of like we have a group of community kind of leaders. They're called the guide dogs. There's a couple in here like Ace Spades. So shout out to Ace Spades. But it's people like Ace Spades and a couple others that are really holding down the community. They're super active. They're involved with giveaways. They're involved with the DAO. So and we're in contact with them. So they're doing a great job. So I just wanted to give them a shout out as well because the community loves them and they're super active and we appreciate everything they do.
That's awesome. Ace Spades, if you want to come up and say something, you're more than welcome. Another question is, I know you guys have, oh, okay, he just changed his profile picture. I love it. A question is, you guys also have an ambassador program, right? You want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes. So all of the celebrity names that you've seen posts are long-term ambassadors of Fancy Frenchies. So when you do see Tory Lanez put a tweet up or Tory Lanez talking about the project, he's long-term a part of this project. Now, we're not going to have him tweet anything now, but occasionally you'll see him pop up. And then once we start getting the ball rolling here on our second phase of the project, you're going to see this everywhere again. It's all just about timing. But we have relationships with all of the celebrities and all of the people you saw posting for our launch. They'll be back again very soon. So we're super excited for the community to get really rallying behind that and pushing the project.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, cause I just don't think that's easy to do. You know, for someone who like is in an NFT collection that touches celebrities, um, what are like what's the vibe you guys are trying to go for? Is it just like how do you guys create this environment that creates something that feels like equal across everyone in spite of this celebrities that you have involved?
You mean across the community?
Yeah, yeah. Like how do you guys build community love? I still am trying to better understand.
I think it's a lot of the community's love for the project and the message behind it. They kind of detach from the celebrity as, okay, cool, he's involved. They're going to promote it. They love the project too. Well, I love the project because I love my Frenchie, right? I mean, we've got a member that's tattooed some fancy Frenchies on his legs.
Oh my god.
The people, I'd say that's not just love for the celebrity. It's because they genuinely do like the project and they like the message.
Yeah. Um I guess it's kind of like the feeling of having a like I guess dogs in general are something that people really identify with, and it's cool to see that. I mean, you talked about how it feels really tangible compared to some other collections. You know, no shade to any other collections that might feel like a little more mythical. Um, I don't know if you wanted to expand on that.
No, yeah, I feel like a dog really is like a man's best friend, right? And people do resonate well with the dog just because it's something lovable, right? Compared to maybe a different animal. And like you said, no shade on any of the projects, but it's it's a weird thing that humans do, right? It's a very simple thing, but I feel like if we went with another animal, it wouldn't be as personable, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, is there anything? So I know that you guys have the baby Frenchies coming up around, you said the 19th or so of November, I think. Did I get that right?
19th to the 21st. That's when we're looking.
19th, 21st. Cool. Is there anything else that you can reveal on your roadmap?
So we do have our roadmap in our Discord. It'll be We've been looking to migrate our site, which will finally be done today. It's been a headache working with our new host provider, but we finally got that done. But going through the phases of our roadmap, we have eventually in our later phases, we'd like to have real world application to this. So we'd like to have our own Fancy Frenchie's vet, like our own Fancy Frenchie's animal shelter, sort of.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
later down the line, we really do want to have more than just like a real world pop up event. It's something long term, right? So we have a nonprofit and our Frenchies game. We really do want to integrate this into a more engaging real world thing because we can have the game, but imagine if you have a shelter. It's a whole nother layer to it.
Mm-hmm. What percentage of your members have Frenchies or dogs? Any idea?
I I couldn't even tell you, but just scrolling through like the show your Frenchie, even before we launched, it was insane. I mean, the amount of people that do have these dogs or love the dogs is I would have never known before doing the project, honestly.
Yeah. What do you think sets apart a Frenchie owner from like an owner of another type of dog?
I couldn't tell you that. I mean, everyone, AZ,
They're
you're a Frenchie owner, please.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
you just once you have one, you'll know. Like they're super chill dog. They almost have human personalities. Um, they're super chill, super relaxed. They're not high maintenance, but they could be expensive because they do tend to have a lot of problems. Like mine personally he doesn't have breathing problems, thankfully, but he does have a lot of allergy problems. So he's on no meat diet with a vet prescribed food and things like that. But it's just like I don't know. Do you have any pets yourself?
No, I can barely take care of myself.
I guess once you get like if you do or once you do, it's kind of just like your child, especially a Frenchie because they are kind of childlike. I'm not. If anyone else has a Frenchie in the chat, feel free to chime in here. But at least personally, um, my significant other too, she loves him. She has our Frenchie tattooed on her body and everything. Like it's just a strong attachment you get to these little guys.
Yeah. Wow. No, thanks for sharing. Ace, Spades, and Deuce, welcome. I have one last question. I'll hand it over. It's really cool to see NFTs trying to break into real world applications, whether it's, the charity stuff you guys are already doing. But I think a vet in particular is like a pretty interesting decision. What was behind wanting to build a vet as opposed to like other things that you can do with dogs, like I don't know, a grooming facility or I don't know, like why a vet?
Well, if we do have our own animal shelter and it has this aspect where you can literally bring your Fancy Frenchie, or you can bring, sorry, not Fancy Frenchie, you can bring your Frenchie or any other dog, any animal to get help. It detaches us from relying on other charities, which we love doing, but then it's a whole nother level of community, right? So being able to save the dogs ourselves and really oversee it it would be amazing to us. So down the line, having our own animal shelter where you guys can come and visit, we can have meetups and everyone's interacting with the dogs. It would be fantastic.
Yeah, sounds pretty heavenly. Thank you for sharing. All right, Ace, Spades, and Deuce, do you guys want to say something or ask a question?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So yeah, I'm known as Elon on the Discord channel. I've been quite I just love the community. So I think the devs have a lot of things coming from the project. So I'm kind of in and out of the Discord trying to manage the whatever I can to keep people believing in the project and so on. I just have a question for the devs. I think there were a lot of good recommendations for how we should do the breeding or so and so. And some of the community members had an idea of burning half of the supply of the Frenchies. And me specifically had an idea of maybe like having some kind of airdrops of a time machine to maybe 50% of Frenchie holders. And at a chosen date in the future, people can take this time machine and a fancy Frenchie that they want to burn and burn it off to turn it into like a puppy, for example. I was wondering if there was any, if what you call it, the breeding of needing two dogs, is that like a solid plan that's it's totally set, or is there any way of looking into burning half of the supply?
So for breeding, that's not set. Like needing two dogs, that's not going to be set yet. We haven't officially confirmed it. However, I really do like this idea just because it would help with maintaining the supply. Because when you have that much, you could see a price drop, right? So if we do integrate something, we wouldn't exactly want to have, 10,000 breedable and then you have to use two. You know what I'm saying? So if we could manage that in a way where we don't have to even do a burn, whether it be using a smaller supply or doing something with the price, I'm 100% open to it. And Elon, we will definitely talk to you about this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and also another thing for whoever is listening to this space and don't really know about the Fancy Frenchie community, I think the community is doing amazing. And although we have seen a dip in price over the last few months, we have out of all the projects, I think we are actually holding quite well, and we are starting to rise to the top again. Yeah, and if you visit the Discord, you still have people coming in and out, still making purchases because they love the artwork, or even some recently we opened up a channel called Fancy 101 where the community members themselves are actually creating YouTube videos to guide people how to get into Solana NFTs, or purchase the first Frenchie, or giving NFT tips and things like that. So I think from a community perspective, it is doing amazing for whoever wants to get involved with us. Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to the devs for making all this possible. For example, recently I was running some floor sweeping competitions, and the devs just straight away, when I gave them the idea, donated 21 Frenchies to the Frenchie Council for us to run these competitions. So just really respect how quick the responses are and things like that. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Elon. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Lots of love.
That's awesome. That's so cool that your community is so open to creating new like stuff, whether it's games or video content. I'm looking at your guys's listing right now. I'm actually surprised. The floor price is 0.88 Sol. Like this is actually a really friendly first NFT, right? For somebody who just wants to get into the game and understand what it's all about. And I feel like because it's Frenchies, it actually feels very, it's like kind of an easy concept to understand. And you guys have made really tangible real life applications. So that's awesome.
Totally, yep. Thank you.
Who else wants to ask a question? Any other Frenchies want to share their experiences with their NFT or something about the community that you're excited about? Okay, if not, I'll just keep asking questions. So the vet dream that you guys have, does anyone on your team have experience with being a veterinarian, or is this something that you guys would look to partners to help create?
So we would look to partners. Now, I actually have a close family friend, which is funny. They run their own animal shelter, a nonprofit. It's somewhere here in Florida, but I would definitely seek out to them and ask for, how do we really get this started? And once we do have a proper plan, we'd even like to share it with the community and see what they think, because that's what we do a lot of the time. And getting this community input has been leaps and bounds over us just making a decision. Now, as far as the logistics of it, once we do put this in motion, it's gonna be big. That's for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I would love to know, like, do you know when you want this to happen, or is it still kind of up in the air?
Well, so the time frame we've given is 1.5 to 2 years, which is pretty far out, but could obviously change. Now, we really do want to have Fancy Frenchies become that name, like everyone knows what it is, and we think opening some sort of animal shelter where people can come interact is going to get that real world edge and all that attention to where it does.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. All right. Oh, I feel like Ace Spades keeps trying to come up to be a speaker, but then he keeps going back down as a listener. Let me see if I can pull him up again. NFT Addict, though, feel free to go ahead. Hey, are you there?
Yeah, I was asking, are they going to answer like the ask me anything questions during the live session or not?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
we would
there's like a
love.
channel on the Discord where everyone asks a bunch of questions. Some of them are quite
Sure.
funny.
Do you guys want to read out what's on your Discord?
Yeah, let me just go. 1 second.
Sorry, 1 second. What was that?
There's a question asking what would happen to the pups that are unclaimed, like Woof.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
What would happen to the pups that are unclaimed?
Oh, so you're saying if someone did not connect their wallet to get the pup, like the airdrop?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would depend on the amount. For if it's under, like, let's say 50 to 100,
Yeah.
you would then just buy them and use them for giveaways or any other initiative.
Yeah.
But if it's something, if it would be something crazy where it's 1,000 to 1,500,
yeah.
which honestly we don't think it would be, but if it were to be, then we would go ahead and either burn or discuss other plans.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Cool. Do you want to read the other questions too? Just stay up here and help us get those questions answered, because I actually am not in the Discord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull them up too.
There's one by Adam Dog. Does the team not think with the current saturation of NFTs that although releasing 10,000 pups is a short-term solution, it will backfire and needs to be reconsidered to at least 5,000, if not lower? Basically just saying that they lower the supply.
No, yeah. That goes back to what Elon was saying.
Yeah.
It's definitely something we need to consider.
Mhm.
Just, I mean, I'm sure you guys have all seen the NFT winter, you know, all of this that's going on and just how saturated the market is.
Mhm.
But while it could backfire doing that of a collection, it also does open the door to more funding for the NFTs. Right?
Yeah.
So it also would, while they are being diluted, you also will still be holding that Frenchie. So if we do need to lower the supply, we'll be discussing it. And we're still out, 3 weeks, so we could make that change.
Yeah, that's good. What's in place to encourage people to stay on board and hold after the pups are released? Like, what are the incentives to holders?
So, well, our breeding program on the roadmap follows after this. So, if you were to get rid of your Fancy Frenchies, you'd basically be throwing away your next stage, right? You'd be throwing away what's coming next. So, I'd say you're kind of encouraged to hold just off of that. And then the other initiatives that we do roll out, such as mini collections, which haven't been leaked yet.
Yeah, that's good. Do you guys plan on releasing canvas of our Frenchies in the future?
And so, like the actual tangible art.
I'm not sure. I'm reading out someone's question.
If it's like shipping to your house, potentially. I feel like if we were to do it, we'd rather do sort of like a plush Frenchie.
We also do have pop-ups in mind. We do have some members that are in LA, and pop-ups are doing great there. So that's one thing where if you did come to like a pop-up show or whatever it would be, there would be like hard copy posters or however available.
What are the marketing plans? What are the marketing plans for the release of the pups?
So we plan on rolling out with the same ambassadors and a few different names once we do start this marketing, and then we also would like to dive a little deeper into the NFT side of things. We did lack a little bit on actual NFT marketing, so really hitting on that is going to help a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Do Fancy Frenchie holders have total commercial rights over their art?
Yeah, once they purchase it, it's there. It
is.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo,
I'm at work right now, so I've been going in and out as a listener and a speaker because I get customers. I'm like, shit, I can't talk. But I got some downtime right now. I just want to give a shout out to the devs and the whole community, man. I love the project. This was one of my first successful mints. A lot of times I've been getting into NFTs and actually getting in the aftermarket. So I will say this was one of my first successful mints, and it ended up really being one of the communities that I ended up going back to constantly to talk to engage. Just a mix between the devs and just the people in the community sort of kept me in, and then all around the art. I will say this is probably one of my most active discords, and not just overall with the community members that are engaged. I will say this community too, I just see a lot more community members engaged with the actual project moving forward as opposed to other discords. Not talking down on them, but it's just more community, I guess, involvement with certain things I see on top of everything else the devs is doing, which I feel is good. The devs need a community to deliver to. So if they could develop all they want, if there's no community and no people here that really feel strongly about the project, doesn't matter what they do, nobody's gonna watch it. So it's cool just to be part of a big community that's really looking forward to seeing what this community does have to offer. So yeah, just wanted to get that out there. I do have a question though, in terms of the future of the project. I know initially we brought around royalties, staking was spoke about, and issues regarding the SEC and securities were involved. I know there are NFTs out there that do provide utility in the form of some token and things like that. I know Benny, somebody in our Discord, has mentioned Kin. I know there's a token out there called Wolf. I was just wondering, is there any future possibility that we'd be able to integrate utility with one of these tokens that are already set and somehow
integrate that with the NFT, or is that like out of the picture?
So yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. We noticed a lot of these Solana coins are popping up now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to do it, it would be on a Solana coin, but
Yeah.
it would have to, we'd have to make sure once again that this wouldn't be classified as a security if we were.
Yeah, I know that's like the
It's
biggest.
still it is still is a currency, right? So
Yeah.
ruling that out, if somehow this is a loophole, we would 100% love to integrate it.
Yeah.
But
I gotcha.
that's just the only hurdle right there.
Yeah, no, I know it's definitely a big issue with the SEC, so it's something definitely want to stay away from. But just something I was wondering and just curious about.
Sure, yeah. No, I mean they've been. If you guys have been paying attention to Solana coins, they've been crazy.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like the pumps that they've been getting, like Wolf, I saw yesterday was up like I think 200% or something like that. I was like, holy shit! Like a coin based off of a wolf, like what?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to seeing what else has you guys have to offer. And yeah, that's really it, guys. Just keep up the good work. Community stay strong, and I got to get back to work, but I'll be listening, fellas.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like
Appreciate it,
for
man.
example, Wolf Token and things like that. I've been actually reaching out to them and seeing if they can airdrop some tokens to our DAO. I'm just in between talks with them to try and make that happen. Just letting you guys know, and yeah, I think there's a lot of things coming for the community, and in terms of the tokens, as long as our token equals to, like, for example, one bone coin equals to one bone coin, and we are not exchanging that directly to US dollars, and instead using a DEX to maybe sell a bone coin for Solana, I think it's totally legal on that side. So yeah, there's definitely some things that can be worked. I think you guys mentioned that the devs that there might be a marketplace coming up for our Frenchies. Is that correct?
Yeah, that'd be way down the line. The most recent integration we would actually have directly on our site is going to be our own rarity system, which once this token is migrated, our front end dev is going to go ahead and add that in. So you guys will be added in the Discord as soon as that's up, and you'll be able to play around on there and kind of show off on Twitter. You know, hey, I just saw my rarity on their website. So that'll be really cool. And then hopefully the game will be there in the future.
Yeah, and other thing, I think the communities are really trying to ask the devs to get a refresh of the roadmap and a new website. It's good that the website is coming. You said it's going to be starting to launch from today, is it?
Yeah, so it'll be fully migrated today. I just got the host information. We got a dedicated server now, so shouldn't be any issues with website staying up or anything like that, which I don't think we have had except for launch.
Yeah, and I'm sure like the roadmap, if it goes long term, there's so many things and some things that cannot be 100% promised. But is there like an updated roadmap that you can give to us so that we can display it on our Discord and on the new website?
Yeah, once we get the graphics, hopefully today. It's our designer spending the day with his mother, his mom's birthday.
Okay.
But hopefully he can go ahead and get some videos and some graphics done just for us to put up with that rarity.
Yeah. And is Show, is he like an in-house artist, or is it like is he more like a subcontract type? Because we had this marketing idea where we will reach out to some celebrities, for example, that own Fancy Frenchies. Like I can't remember the names exactly, but for example, what's the guy who plays Wolverine? Is it Hugh? What's his name?
Wolverine, sorry.
Yeah. What's his real name?
Are you talking about like
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman, yeah. So we saw like it was a long time ago. The community members were giving us like a huge list of names of celebrities that actually own French bulldogs, and we had the idea of maybe if we can keep working with Show, he can produce one-to-one designs of a Fancy Frenchie that has like maybe an outfit or like a mask or whatever that represents that actor or singer or rapper specifically. For example, like Hugh Jackman's Fancy Frenchie might have like a Wolverine mask with like some claws or whatever, and we can, you know, maybe may send them to their Instagram or their managers to try and like send them NFTs. You know, like the NFT space is definitely growing. We're still at the early stage, and like a part of the things that we're doing in the community is making sure that we learn and grow together. So Fancy Frenchies is not just an investment opportunities. We're trying to get 2x, 3x ROI. It's more like we also want to help these newcomers and educate them and things like that. But anyway, back to the point. So a lot of celebrities are trying to look into getting into NFTs, and it'll be very good opportunity for us, especially if we are proactively reaching out to them and just sending them free NFTs and in hopes to get them promoting for us. So I was wondering if Show had some extra free time to help us to create these one-to-one artworks.
Yeah. No, you saw.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what he did for designer. Spray
Yeah,
can.
that was sick. Yeah,
All
really,
these
we
people. He
really
can
love
definitely
that.
do it. He definitely can do it. And shoot me a DM about Wolverine. Let's talk about that.
Mm. Yeah. So, like, if you guys want, we can create a group chat, small group chat with Show, and then I can ask the community of top 10 of the celebrities that you would like to get the one-to-one designs, and then we can talk about it. That'll be amazing.
Love it.
Cool.
Hey, we have Skelly Diamond who's been waiting to ask a question. Why don't we go to them and then we can go back to, if there are more questions from the Discord server.
Please come up.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
As many of you know me, I'm just doing it from Discord. I own the Fancy Franchise, and I have some things to say.
Go ahead.
I think you should make both options where if you would like to burn some supply from the market, or like we can vote if we burn them or airdrop them to holders.
In reference to the current supply, or
Yeah.
okay, so you're saying have a vote for each individual holder, or would
No,
this be?
I was thinking like from the 50% you'll get from Magic Eden, you can use some of that fund to sweep some of the floor and maybe burn them or airdrop them to holders. We can vote for this if you want.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. Well, all of the funds that do come from Magic Eden, that 50% would be going to the DAO, so they'll be sending that to the DAO wallet, and then that decision will be made there in the DAO council.
And one thing, I see a lot of people that want to have two franchise to breed. Maybe you can also create a vote on that one. If one franchise is enough or two, we can vote also for this.
No, yeah, for the amount.
Sorry?
For the amount of Frenchies you need to breed.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe I don't believe we confirmed it was 2 yet. We're still not. We still haven't confirmed the amount.
Yeah. The devs have been giving us some recommendations, Kelly, and they were just giving us some possible options. I think we can come back to the community because we all want what's best for us. So, like 2 Frenchies for breeding, 1 Frenchie for breeding, whatever the options are, we can definitely put it into the DAO voting chat and try to get a vote going. Also, the council members have been working to finalize the DAO because we've been receiving so many proposals, and it takes time for us to look over all of them. So I think in the next few days, we'll definitely get a finalized vote going so that we can choose the best proposals and go forward. Yeah.
And what will we able to do with the breed, like the puppy?
Sorry, say it again.
What can we do with the puppy?
When you receive the puppy?
Yeah.
So when you do receive the puppy, you'll be able to hold it, and then we'll have some sort of mini collection that goes with it, which won't be at any cost to you, since you do own the puppy.
Okay.
And then the breeding, we're going to try and find a way to involve the puppies in the breeding. So we're going to try and find a way to make sense and not have it, so you need what 2, 4 Frenchies or baby Frenchies just to get it. We don't want it to be, jumping over hurdles just to be able to breed.
I have one more question. What is the next thing you're working on? Like we will have from you.
So the next thing is going to be today having rarity. I think AMG just posted it in our general chat actually. So if you guys want to be able to check and see the rarity, you can. So you can go ahead and type your Frenchie's number in, the number you've been given, and you can see the rarity. Once that's added to our website, it'll be a lot more seamless. So you'll see the updated roadmap and a lot more just on our front end. So once we clean all of that up, we're going to move into the technical side and get things rolling.
And for like till the end of the year, we will have anything special?
The end of the day?
Yeah, until the end of the year, what will have something like very special for us?
Well, we've got a lot of stuff still up our sleeve, but I don't want to reveal too much that's special. You'll see on our roadmap. That's all I want to say. You'll see what's coming up on the roadmap, and then some of the stuff we want to keep quiet for now. Any other questions, Scott?
No, thank you. And thanks for your time and for the community.
Of course, thank you.
Great. I think we've covered a lot. Maybe we can see if there's any other final thoughts. Anybody else want to ask a question?
Yeah, please feel free to come up.
Or Fancy Frenchies, do you guys want to elaborate on anything that you guys brought up just now?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you want to elaborate on any of the questions that people had?
MJ, can you mute your mic real quick? Sorry, you're getting a little bit of feedback. I guess I would definitely want to capitalize on Magic of Eden and moving over to them. Guys, once we launch on our baby Frenchies, we're gonna have a lot of special stuff coming out with them. So get used to these sort of AMAs and get familiar with the voices on here, because we're super excited to be working with their team and pushing this project.
Yeah, we're super excited to be partnering with you too. Just for anyone who didn't hear before, 50% of the trading fees will be donated from today through the rest of for a week back to the Frenchie DAO. So we're really excited to work together and hope this benefits your community and helps fund all your future projects too.
Awesome.
Oh, can I read some of the AMA question section from Discord?
Sure, please go ahead.
So Bob Chris asked, I think it was partially answered before, but at the beginning, Steve Aoki was used for marketing. Can we ask him to help promote again?
Oh yeah, so we'll be revisiting with him and a few other people. I mean, some that didn't even promote the Frenchies initially. So we're definitely going to see more of Steve and others' involvement once he has his own baby Frenchie and all that good stuff.
Right. And the same person also asked, so yeah, it was referring to like a question that we were talking about before. Is there any possibility to drop our own like a native coin to the community for delisting our puppy? But I think that can't be done instantly. Or do we have like a blockchain developer within our team, or?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's awesome. And do we have I think we also have someone who can give us legal advice as well, right? So
yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah. That's who will be consulting on the coin. It's Saturday, so we'll end up waiting until Monday to talk with them. But logistically, we can talk with the team and our dev and just see how possible this is timing-wise and what they think. So we can find a way to even bring it to the DAO. That could be a workaround as well.
Yeah, exactly.
The DAO, because then we're not exactly holders. So there's workarounds like that. We just seek legal counsel after it's squared.
Yeah. And meanwhile, there's one thing I wanted to work on. So I'm quite a big Doge pound holder. and Dogepound on Ethereum is a huge NFT project, one of the best for utility. So they have this thing called a launchpad where people who hold a Dogepound NFT get a pre-sale access to certain projects on Ethereum, or like Immutable X, for example. So there has been quite a few projects actually reaching out to me for Fancy Frenchies about giving, if they can help, if we can help them promote their projects and things like that. And one idea came to me where we can start to use Fancy Frenchies as one of the utilities, and maybe me or some of the council members can reach out to other new projects in the scene and give like specific pre-sale spots for Fancy Frenchies holders. Of course, we have to get the whitelist for them, but maybe we can do a raffle or something like that. But I think there's one good utility for us is if we can use our own initiative for us to reach out to these pre-mint projects for us to get hold of some pre-sale spots. I think something like that could be quite amazing. If the devs are okay, I think some of the council members could be very willing to work towards that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. We would just have to do vetting on our own end, because we've had projects
Sure.
reach out and we've been in talks, but the last thing we want to do is promote something
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
Promote
gonna,
a big rug pull or something
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
something that's not gonna hold the same standards or the same accountability that we want. So as long as we vet them and we can talk with you and the DAO about this, I would have no problem with having a collaboration where we're kind of like the Kickstarter to some of these.
Yeah, exactly. One other thing. This was raised by the Frenchie Council actually. They were wondering. So we have a channel that for the French Council called the Round Table.
Yes.
They were wondering if we can have a channel called the High Table where maybe me and maybe Ace or some key members in the council can be in the group chat with the devs, and all the others French council members will just be able to view the messages. But for us to use that channel for us to like communicate much more frequently, or maybe have like a weekly like a 20-minute call where the council members can come back and give you guys like a weekly roundup about what's been going on with the community, and you guys can feed us through new information about the roadmap or what's coming through, so that when there is like a FUD in the Discord channel when you guys are not around, we can be there to like share the information. So is there any way we can have like a 10 to 20-minute call like every week or so?
Yeah, let's definitely do that, and then have it so we can have someone type up a list of what was discussed, and everyone can view that.
Yeah.
Let's do something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, that'll be awesome, man. That'll be really, really, really good.
Awesome.
Great. I think Nick Small, you want to ask a question?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. What about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Are you invested in Fancy Frenchies? Do you hold?
At the moment, I didn't get one, but I'm looking to get one soon, for sure, off the secondary market.
Congratulations, man. Do you mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
Wow. Congratulations, man. This is,
Thank
you don't see this every day. That's awesome.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot coming from people like you. And
Go ahead, ask your question.
So for your guys' project, like, I guess, is there, because I haven't seen too much of Fancy Frenchies, do you guys have a utility on your dog? Like, does it do anything special that makes it different from other projects?
So we do have our charity side, and we're going to be adding more utilities that give back to holders. If you said you just joined the AMA, so you might not have heard, we were discussing implementing a token and just other incentives for holders and people that want to participate, people that want to get involved in the DAO, that sort of thing.
Okay. And what are your guys' plans to keep the community, longevity, just to keep everybody here?
Well, a lot of it has been through our awesome community members. I mean, such as Elon, Ace, these guys really do pull the community together, and there's countless others in there. There's some here with our Frenchie profile pictures that hold the community together and keep everyone rallied around. But us coming out with new utility and new incentives is what's really going to keep this going long term. So we can't lack on that end.
For sure. And a little off-topic question: how did you guys get into NFTs, and why did you make one?
So all of it, well, myself, I have an e-commerce background and cryptocurrency for the last 2 years. A few of the other members have the same and are more developer side, but we really were just thinking, how could we make something tangible, something people can relate to, and also do some good? And that's really what it came down to, us putting the pieces together and then figuring out what would, I guess, what would make people kind of magnetized to it.
For sure. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate the question. You're asking great questions, man. You're 13?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, I want to understand, Nick Small, how did you get into NFTs?
Yeah.
So, I got into NFTs off of a business that I had, and I got pretty far in it, and then I lost all my money, and then my business partner told me about NFTs, and I had about $70 left, and I guess I found somebody who was also into NFTs, and he was a day trader, so he told me, we're about to buy a crypto, Dad, and that $70, we're about to buy it for 0.3 ETH. That $70 will turn into 1%, and whatever we cash it out at, I'll give you that percent. So it turned out to be 6.1%, and it was about $400 at the end of the day. I used that to flip NFTs and then eventually make my own, which is where I'm at right now.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I wish I was in crypto at 13.
Yeah, when I was in 13, I didn't. I wasn't doing any of this.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Very cool. All right. Anybody have any other questions? If not, maybe we can give everyone their time back. Pretty awesome to hear from a 13-year-old. Welcome to the space.
Thank you. Oh, actually, I have a question for you, Magic Eden.
What's up?
So, are you guys ever going to be doing an Ethereum platformer only Solana?
So we recently had a partnership we launched with Radium. So Radium is basically you can use. Radium has an NFT marketplace that is powered by us now. So if you go to Radium and you buy an NFT, it basically is the same NFTs that are on Magic Eden. And with their swap capability, which we're launching soon, you would be able to use any currency, or I think there are 70 different types of assets to purchase an NFT. So if you have Ethereum, you could still use Magic. You could still transact on Radium through Radium to buy Magic Eden NFTs. And it's not just Ethereum, it's like a bunch of different currencies available too. So we're trying to get that stood up as soon as possible, but the marketplace is already live. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, no problem.
I have a question for Nick. Nick, do you own a
What's up?
Fancy Frenchie?
Yeah, of course. Why?
No, that's cool because I'm also young. I'm not 13, I'm 17, but I thought it's cool because you're 13 years old and you're into NFTs.
Thank you. Yeah. But for Magic Eden, are you guys ever going to be using Soulflare, or are you only using Phantom as your wallets?
I think right now we have Phantom. I'm not sure if we're gonna do Soulflare. Let me get back to you on that though.
Okay.
Cool. Does anybody have any questions for Nick? What was the business you were on, if you don't mind me asking, that you said went south?
So I was, and this kind of sounds a little weird, but I guess my friend told me about this Roblox thing where basically you can buy and sell their items on a marketplace. And I'm a kid, so I can't really do too much of a job because I can't get a job. So we did that, and we got up to about $10,000, and all of a sudden Roblox basically shut it down, and I basically lost all my money from that.
Well,
I had about $70 left, and that's what I used to get into NFTs.
I mean, man, you're gonna go far here. 13 years old. That's fascinating.
Thank you.
We have to thank the Fancy Frenchie team for that because a lot of young people in here.
Sure. So, Fancy Frenchies, I have a question for you guys. So, I actually have a couple. So, first of all, what made you guys big in terms of projects? Because there's a lot of projects out here that just fail because they don't get members or have no community. So, how did you guys get those first, couple hundred people? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
So initially it started kind of organic guerrilla marketing. That's how we started initially, just building up the baseline. There's probably a few people in this call, or in this space, sorry, that have been here since day one, which is, it was maybe September 1st, September 2nd when we really started pushing the project. So it initially started slower. It was more organic, kind of sweep widgets. I don't know if you guys are familiar. For pre-sale spots, you got to invite 5 friends. So that kind of organic stuff is what really started giving us that traction. And then coupling that with celebrities and other big names in the crypto space is what gave us that kind of presence on the Solana sphere.
For sure. And then also on Rarity Tools. What did you guys do to get on there? Because I've been applying for like weeks and weeks and DMing them on Twitter. I get no response. So I'm wondering how you guys did that.
Rarity Tools, we have a direct connection with the guy over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can DM them.
What's their name, if you don't mind me asking?
It's in their Discord. He's the head admin or the owner in the top
Wait,
right.
they have a Discord? Rarity Tools?
Yeah. Yep, it's a pretty big Discord.
I knew there was Rarity Sniper. I didn't know there was Rarity.
Oh, sorry. Well, they're intertwined there. So if you DM on Rarity Sniper, the Rarity Tools guy will help you.
Okay. Yeah.
Set up in the box.
What'd you say his name was, though?
It should be under... Here, let me get the exact for you.
Because, yeah, I actually tried that one time. I tried going into Rarity Sniper, and they said they weren't affiliated. I don't know.
It's Rarity Sniper.
Nick, send me a DM on Discord. I can help you out with all the Rarity stuff.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Hey Nick, what's up, man? By the way, you need to join Fancy Francis Discord because someone wants to gift you a fancy, man. Congrats.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
For real, man?
Yeah, man. Everyone's
Just
loving
join.
That's crazy. Well, hold on. I need to tell them thank you. What's your guys' Discord? Do you guys have a vanity or no?
Here, just click the link in our Twitter bio.
Okay. Give me 1 second to do that. Yeah, that's amazing. If you're in here right now, thank you so much. That means so much.
That's so sweet. Hey, by the way, Nick, just to get back to you on your question, we have Phantom, but we do have Soulflare. So if you look at their website, we have Solette, we have Ledger, Soulflare, Solong, Math Wallet, in addition to Phantom.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no problem. B&B Bandit, did you want to ask a question?
Hey, this is actually Emil. I was just gonna tell Nick I was gonna give him a Frenchie myself, but he took it away. Whoever said that first.
Thanks so much. That I honestly don't know what to say. I've been in many spaces.
Did you say this was your is this your first NFT?
So I've been in a couple. I mean, right now I got into one and it completely failed, but I haven't been in many. But again, I've been in a lot of Twitter spaces and I've never seen a community so supportive like your guys's. So that's really cool, and I thank you so much.
So you need to come join us. I think we'd love to hear from you, and especially from people of different age ranges. There's different kind of information and different opinions that we can receive. For example, myself, I've been in business since I was 13. Failed many times at a startup company, which went up to 2 million, getting capitals and things like that. Crashed to the bottom. Been hustling from day to day. I've got 3 companies now, but still I spend 1-2 hours volunteering my personal time into the community because I just really want to see it grow. So I think you're more than welcome to join us. It's great that Emil's also giving you a Fancy Frenchie, so you have to come into the Discord, give us a woof, and come have some fun, man.
For sure, I just joined it, but yeah, Benny was the one who was doing it, so I just want to say, Benny, if you're right now, now. Thank you so much, but it means so much. It really does.
Yeah, but really respect the hustle. I just want you to keep going forward, man. Yeah, just keep learning. It's I think you have more knowledge of NFTs than or like some couple of 30-year-olds, financial gurus out there. So yeah, just keep doing what you love. Yeah, respect the hustle, man. Keep going.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
it.
you so much.
Cool. Does anybody else have any last questions? Anything else on the Discord for the AMA?
I have a question, but I don't know if it's been asked before. Do you plan on releasing your own marketplace for Fancy Franchise?
So down the line, we would like to have something on our own website, yes, but that's something that needs to come. It needs to be prepared and done right. So I don't see that happening too soon, but we'll get you guys updates on that as we start integrating more stuff to our own website, like this rarity that you can see in our Discord now. You can actually access the link and go ahead and play around with it. But once it's added to the website, it'll look a lot cleaner. So a lot more stuff on the front end is coming. Just want to make sure it's integrated properly.
And on your marketplace, I think it would be a good idea if you list under mint, like under 2 Sol, you get taxed maybe. What do you think of it?
Oh yeah, we'd love to have that kind of stuff. And being that it's super custom, we want to make sure there's no hitches that come with that.
Or
So
maybe people that hold a lot of Frenchies get less tax when they sell, or something like this.
yeah, having those kind of provisions, we'd love to discuss it with the DAO and see what we can come up with. But like I said, that's super down the line, and right now we're just happy to be with Magic Eden.
Yeah, so in case you missed it too, Magic Eden, they only have 2% fees, and they're for this coming week. So from a week from today, there'll be 50% of all their platform fees for Frenchies will be given back to the DAO.
Okay. I also love Magic Eden. I'm not hating or anything. I was just asking.
Oh no, of course not.
And I want to thank you, everyone, the community, the developers, because this was actually my first NFT.
Oh wow, well, you got super
That's
lucky, man.
Yeah, I know. So my brother told me about it, and I said I want to go for it, and I got super lucky. At first, I thought it was nothing, but after that, I was crazy. I was going crazy.
yeah. I'm jealous, man.
Yeah.
I love your NFT.
Well, you got the diamond hands
Thanks.
to go with it, so we're happy to have you on.
Thank you very much. You got me to the NFT world.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly.
Cool. Skelly, yeah, it seems like you got really lucky. Congratulations. What made you
Thank you.
choose Frenchies as your first NFT?
Well, as I said, my brother told me about it, and it looked really cool for me. I didn't really know much about it, but it's pretty cool. It's the best art I have ever seen in the NFT world. And I also
Nice.
like the roadmap at first. I got a bit mad when they delayed the launch, but it was very much worth it. Because for me, I'm in Europe and the time was late for me. That's why.
Oh yeah, that was definitely very unfortunate. I mean, that
Yeah,
entire
it's
week.
not your fault, you know.
But no, yeah, we're just super grateful it ended up coming out okay.
Yeah, it went pretty good, and thank you again.
Of course.
Great. Any other questions in the Ask Me Anything in the AMA on your Discord, or should we wrap?
Let me take a look. I don't see anything new. If anyone else in here has any questions, please feel free, or otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I'm sure you'll be able to listen to this. And I'm not too familiar with Spaces, but I see some sort of text log going. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't actually think this gets saved, unfortunately, but
Okay, well, we've got someone recording it, so we should be fine. But
okay. Cool. All right. Nick, you want to say anything?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say a last comment real quick. I just want to say thank you so much to you, Educated. Thank you so much to the Fancy Frenchies, everybody in here. It's just been such an experience hearing from all of you guys. I think answering my questions, just just really listening to me. And there are very few. I've been in some spaces where there are people like you, but I've never been in a community that really are you guys. I've never had so many people asking me questions and just listening to me and saying great things about me. It's just amazing. So I just want to say thank you so much.
No problem,
I don't
man.
think we can. Yeah, that's like the best note to end on. No, that's
Yeah.
awesome, Nick.
Thanks for joining, Nick. The community's already loving you, man. If you go in the chat, they're going crazy.
Oh shoot, we have one more question from J Crypto. You want to be the last one? J Crypto.
Oh, J Crypto. Oh, guys, J Crypto is also another great person. That's what I was talking about earlier. There aren't many people that really are you, but they're definitely like you. And J Crypto is one of the spaces that are like you guys.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Hey, so Fancy Frenchie, man. This is first time I interacted with you guys. So I have some community members that are pretty active on Discord, but I just between all the communities, dude, it's kind of hard to manage and all that. But we had a big sniping party. I think my community has about 24% of supply. We have a lot. Yeah, I personally have close to 40, I believe, and been dying and waiting as most of us are. But I'm glad you didn't, God forbid, leave the project or anything like that after all that mess. But dude, I'm happy you made the move to Magic Eden, dude. Very happy, did, man.
Awesome. Hey, we are too, and we appreciate having you guys.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words and welcome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I think it's a natural time to wrap. If anybody has any questions for Fancy Frenchies, make sure to slide into their Discord. It was so delightful to hear from you, Nick. We're so happy you're here. And if you have any other friends who are your age,